Hello and welcome to this video. It's a little experiment I thought about doing on seeing how much copper and brass we can recover from 45 sealed plugs. These are the ones that are moulded, they don't have the screw where you can separate them. The ones where you can separate them with the screw, obviously you can recover more of the brass and copper from out of them, so those I'll do as a separate video at some point. But these ones are all sealed plugs, which I'll be going after taking out the fuses and going for the brass prongs and pulling out the copper fuse holders, and some of them might be brass but majority of them are copper. And then we'll see at the end on how much brass copper recover from these 45 plugs, and I'm going to weigh them first, and then at the end we can work out whether it's more feasible to just throw them in as they are, or take the time, separate them for the different metals, and we'll work out the overall price per hour that a lot of people are more interested in on that aspect than the way I do things. It's I enjoy doing it, so it doesn't bother me how long it takes and the hourly rate. So we'll just put these on the scales and weigh them up. As you can see, the scale is on 0. Give me a moment. So we'll get all these on the scale. So altogether there's 45 of these sealed plugs. So far it's 1.2 kilos. One of them went walkabout, that's it. It's 2.2 kilos so far. So that's a total of 3.1 kilos of plugs before we separate. I'll just make a note of that. 3.1 kilograms. Smooth that out of the way. And what I do with these is remove the fuse, and then I'll remove the plastic sleeve from the two prongs, and then I'll grab, twist, and then pull out. And the two smaller prongs. Now, pull out the brass. See, some of them are brass and some of them are copper. So pull these out. Some people like to soak these in warm water to soften up the plastic so they can recover more of the brass out of them, but I don't bother with all that because the way I look at it is everything's going to be wet through, and be a nightmare. During the summer might be easier when things are naturally warm, but this time of year in the UK, when things are a bit colder, everything seems to be more stiff, and as you can see, and that's one. I'll just set me stopwatch, and then we can actually see exactly how long it takes. Click start and stopwatch. Here's another one. As you can see on this one, these ones are copper and prongs are brass. So again, take off the plastic sleeves off the live and neutral prongs, grab, twist and pull out. Got to be careful with the smaller ones, especially if you're using, like what I'm using, these cutters. Sometimes you cut them and they go fly off, so yours better wearing eye protection. And nice piece of copper, and here's with the other one. Copper, which that one broke. There we go, with a piece of copper. So I'll separate these into the fuses, copper and the brass, and I'll pause it here and then I'll bring you back in to when it's all stripped down, how long it's taken. We'll weigh up the different things, get a price on what that's worth, and then work out the price on as is and strip down and give you a rough hourly rate of what that is and so on. So I won't bore you with the long part unless people in the future want to see a longer video of tearing down, because some of them do vary a little bit of what type of plugs they are, and I'll get back to you shortly.